I'm so excited to be doing this because we are going to be doing the one and only, the bookish sleepover. I've seen this trend all over my For You page, and I just think it is the darndest, cutest thing in the entire world. It's the cutest thing in the entire world. Okay, what does a good bookish sleepover consist of? Well, obviously, a good book. You can have a book of any kind. It can be a Kindle, an audiobook, a physical book. Any type of book you have counts as a book for a bookish sleepover. Number 2, games, because I just think any good sleepover has fun games, whether that be cards or, I don't know, truth or dare or whatever. The games I'm going to be playing is I'm going to be building Legos. I recently bought this adorable Lego set from Barnes & Noble, and I just think it is so cute. So that is a game I'm going to be choosing to play. Number 3 is a sweet treat. I don't know why, but I just feel like good sleepovers have sweet treats. I feel like that's what you eat at a sleepover. You bake cookies and you have a sweet treat, and that, in my opinion, is what it means. And then number 4 is a sleepover type movie. So I thought long and hard about this, and I was like, what type of movie do I want to watch for my bookish sleepover? And I'm going to be watching the classic, the one and only, The Princess Diaries. But I'm going to be watching Princess Diaries 1 and 2 because I do like the second one better, but there is something just about the nostalgia of the first Princess Diaries movie. So yeah, I'm going to be getting into it. You guys are going to be coming along with me. I love watching these videos personally because they help me fall asleep and they just kind of help me relax. So, if my video helps you guys fall asleep and helps you relax, by all means, put it on in the background while you fall asleep, because it's meant to be a sleepover. And sometimes at sleepovers you have your friends that fall asleep first before you. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be grabbing my sweet treat, and yeah. You might be wondering, what book am I choosing to read for this? Also, sorry if I'm whispering. My neighbors are asleep because I said this is I am genuinely recording this at night, so they are asleep. But the book I'm choosing to read is The Fury by Alex Nicolaides, because I'm actually reading this for another video that's coming soon, pretty exciting. But I am in the middle of reading this, and it is really good. It's kind of a murder mystery thriller, and it takes place on an island, and it all takes perspective in the main character's perspective, but he's I don't even know how to describe it. The way he talks to the reader, it's almost like he describes it like he's sitting down at a bar and talking to you about the story, about how the murder took place. It is really good, and I don't know, I was in the mood for a thriller, and again, you're gonna see the exciting video coming up soon that I will be reading this in. But the sweet treat that we're picking is, my sister made these, they're really good. They're these brownie, and I think they're banana brownie cupcake muffin things. They are so good, and I can't bake or cook like I stated in my last video, so I was like, well, I might as well just have this as my sweet treat. I do remember having sleepovers before with my best friends, and we would bake cookies and stuff, but this is gonna be different because this time I'm going to be having a little sweet treat with you guys. And yeah, just let me know if you guys bake or anything like that, with your friends during sleepovers, because I think it's such a fun activity. But these are really good. I'm gonna get into it. Okay, so I decided to color in my little girl moments coloring book while watching this. I'm gonna color this picture. I don't know why, but this reminds me of me and my dog. And you can see, I have a little dog that looks like that. Her name is Eva, and I just think this will be fun to do while watching the movie. As you can tell, I have my bonnet on, so it is a little bit later at night. Oh, but I'm trying to be quiet because of my neighbors. But I finished The Princess Diaries 1 and 2, and guys, those movies never fail to be iconic. Like, never fail to be iconic. You know, I think, like, those movies will always be my comfort movie. The second movie especially. And like I thought it would be one of those things where as an adult I grew out of them and I would stop enjoying them as much, but no, I still love them. I especially love the male main character in the second movie. He will never not be attractive to me. But yes, those movies are just they're just so perfect. They're Y2K, they're rom-coms, they're funny. I love them. I love them. And what a better night for a sleepover than to watch The Princess Diaries. Anyway, the next portion of this is to move on to our game section. Originally, I said I was going to make Legos, but I thought about it and I was like, Legos aren't really, they don't feel like a sleepover game to me. So I thought about it and I was like, what is a really fun sleepover game that like you could just play with just one person? And then I was like, let's play MASH. I don't know if you guys ever played MASH as a kid, where it was like the mansion, apartment, a mansion, apartment, shack, house. Yes. And then it's like who you end up with. I'm gonna be playing MASH, but with book characters. I didn't get this idea from myself. I saw another girl on BookTube do this. I can't remember her name, unfortunately, right now. Also, I've just seen other people on BookTube in general like do this. They play MASH with fictional characters, so I thought it'd be so much fun to play MASH together, and if you guys want to play, grab a pen and paper, and yeah, let's get into playing MASH. This is gonna be so much fun. Okay, so I have it written out. So for the jobs, I thought let's do like fantasy ones. So first I'm gonna put Dragon Trainer. I'm gonna put Fae King / Queen because like that could count as a job. You're running a kingdom. Then we have to put a bad job. So let's put like, I'm trying to like make them all fantasy related, but honestly, this is like really hard. Oh, we can do like and the only reason I'm counting this as a job is because this was a job in Flame Theory, but the main character, she had to pick up dragon dung like, you know, dragon dung. I don't know what that job is, so we can just call it like dragon stable hand and then wizard. Okay, this is so much fun for like a little kid. For car, let's do again, let's try to make it fantasy related. So dragon could count as a car. We could do Pegasus. What is another one? What's another like fantasy related things that I feel like people ride on? It's so hard to think of. I'll do magic carpet or gosh, trying to think of a bad one. It's hard. This is hard. It is hard to think of a bad one when it comes to like a car or like, but because this is like fantasy related MASH, it's gonna be hard to think of ones that are bad. So maybe I can do like gosh, I don't know. This is, I was trying to be like, oh, let's play MASH but make it creative and cute and fun, but now I'm like, dang, like this is hard. I just need one more and it needs to be a bad one. I don't know. Let's do Flying Shoes. No, I've never read a fantasy book where there is a person who gets around by flying shoes, but I'd imagine that would be a horrible, like compared to the other ones, I would much rather ride a dragon or a magic carpet over having flying shoes. Okay. For kids, so for kids, I feel like this is bad, not necessarily depending on the number of kids you have, but I feel like it depends on who you're married to. That's just my opinion. So we're gonna put 2, 3, 5, and then 10 kids. I'm super scared. And then for partner, with the first person we're gonna do is Rush Covington. If you guys know, I am obsessed with that man. He is so fine. And then we're gonna do Alec Bukowski. I know that Alec is not a fantasy character, but I love him. And he's giving husband vibes. Okay, so don't judge me. Then we're gonna do Kaz Brecker, because of course. And then I thought long and hard, and I was like, okay, who is our bad one? Who's our bad one? And honestly, it is so hard to pick this, but I think I'm gonna go with Locke from The Cruel Prince. I've only ever read the first book of The Cruel Prince, so I don't know if Locke gets better in the other books, but I imagine he wouldn't, because he was pretty awful in the first book. Okay, so this is our MASH setup right here. Don't know if you guys can see that, but we're gonna draw the little swirly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for, oh, we live. Okay, so for the first one, we have Dragon Trainer crossed out. Oh no, I'm so scared. That was, I wanted Dragon Trainer to stay. But okay. Okay, whatever, it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, magic carpet is crossed out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 kids is crossed out, so I'm actually not mad about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, lock is crossed out. That's actually, that's really good. That's really, really good. I'm really happy about that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is so sad. Fae, king, and queen is crossed out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dragon is crossed out, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 kids is crossed out. And Rush Covington is crossed out. He was the man I mostly wanted to marry. Dang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Dragon staple hand is crossed out, so that's really good because I would not want to be a staple hand for dragons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flying shoes is crossed out, which is good because that was honestly one I just came up with. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 kids is crossed out. 1, 2, 4. Casbrecker is crossed out. Dang. I love Casbrecker. Okay. So what we are left with is guys, this is such a funny turn of events. Okay, so we live in a house and our job is a wizard. Our mode of transportation, or our car, is a Pegasus. We have 3 kids, so not bad, and I'm married to Alec Bukowski, so honestly, not bad. The only reason I'm laughing is because I think it's hilarious because Alec is not a fantasy character. I just put him on there because I was thinking of like hot book boyfriends and I just couldn't think of any other fantasy ones. I could have done Carden because I did Locke. I didn't even think about doing Carden. That's so funny. But that's hilarious. That's so funny. Because I just couldn't imagine Alec, even if Alec was like written into a fantasy book, couldn't imagine him being a wizard flying a Pegasus. Like, does not give Alec. But this isn't a terrible fate. I mean, we live in a house and we have 3 kids, and I don't think being a wizard would be a terrible occupation. You know, like, I don't think it would be a horrible occupation. Okay, well, that was really fun. I loved how I played MASH, but made it fantasy, even though I did throw in like a non-fantasy character. That was honestly really, really enjoyable. I am now going to move on to the reading portion of the vlog because it is a bookish sleepover. And again, I'm reading The Fury. So I'm like right there in the book. I have 3 hours left in it. Currently on chapter 22, page 163. So, you know, that's pretty good progress, in my opinion at least. That's pretty good progress. This book is interesting. I would say it's less fast-paced than I thought it was going to be. Now that I'm at the halfway mark, I really thought it was going to be like, oh, like crazy fast-paced, like this and this happening, but really what this book is like, and the author even said this is like the author's words, like not mine, but he describes it as like you're sitting down at the bar with him, like, and you guys are having drinks together and he's just telling you a story. So he kind of like breaks the fourth wall in a sense. So he'll go back to be like kind of like, because the author is a character in the story, but then sometimes he'll break the fourth wall and like you'll forget that he's a character in the story and he's actually also the narrator of the story. So I'm wondering if that's why it's like less fast-paced, because it's told in his perspective and he's trying to like give you all the details. I will say, because it is a thriller, I wanted it to be more fast-paced just because, like, that's how I like my thrillers. Like, for example, I love the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series because it's really fast-paced and mysterious and, like, perfect thrillers, in my opinion. But I don't know, I feel like this one is a bit slower, so I'm having a harder time getting into it, unfortunately, which is fine. I mean, sometimes you just don't get into books. I don't know if I'm gonna DNF it, honestly. I might continue reading it, but yeah. I'm going to put on my little nightlight and read with you guys. So grab your book, grab your comfort tea, grab your stuffy, and let's get into the reading portion. So, I am genuinely and honestly getting tired. I did read The Fury for a little bit. I am now 3 hours and I have 3 hours and 25 minutes left, so I did make a little bit of progress, not like a ton. I didn't read tonight as much as I wanted to because honestly, I'm really tired, and it's okay. We still did other like sleepover things, so it was still a fun time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here with me for my little sleepover. It was so much fun. I love these videos. I love like watching them to help me fall asleep. So let me know if you guys watch this to help you fall asleep, because they always help me fall asleep when I watch Bookish Sleepover. Let me know if you want to see more in the future, because I honestly might do more in the future, where I'm like reading more, maybe doing other activities. But yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Bye.